Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. This is by Loggins and Messina. It's in C. There's basically three chords to it. It's C, F, and G. But we're going to put a little bass in there. So here's the how you play the little bass run. So you play A3 and D5. That is a C power chord. So A3, B5. So you play both those at the same time. A3, B5. Then you take your ring finger, put it on A5, slide to 7, and then your first finger goes to 5-7 on D. So here's that thing. 5-7 on A, 5-7 on D. That's a slide there. So real slow. Okay, that's your C. Your F, same thing, except you're going to start on E1 and A3. Then you go to 3-5 on E, and then 3-5 on A. So you're right back to 3-5 on A and D for your C. Then your G is going to be on E and A at 3 and 5. Okay, so that's how that's played. So you can play straight chords, but it sounds cool if you have somebody playing this. Okay. All right. The outro. Let's look at the outro. Let's play the song and I'll come back to that. Okay, there's just a little bit of a lick in there, so we'll take a look at that. But you got the basic part of the song there, so let's go ahead and see what's going on with Jim and what's the dude name? Loggins and Messina. Anyway, whoever they are, here we go. Let's play the thing and see what's going on. Oh, pretty sweaters, 1970 sweaters, and the long hair and the beards and all that good stuff. Here we go. Ready? Let me get back to where I'm starting. Okay, here we go. see now? All right, let's take a look and see some of the technical points of this thing here. We already got this down. Okay, then he gets into just the regular C's and all that stuff. He comes out of that thing, and he comes out of that lead, and he plays. He does a walk down. So he, okay, he comes off of that lead, and he goes into you pull into the drive-in and find a place to park and all that stuff, and the cop gets him. So you're starting on that C. You're playing A3 and D5. Just go it up. So you go from A3 and D5, go up to A5 and D7, and then just keep walking up one at a time. So here's A3 and D5, here's A5 and D7, until you get to, what is that, A8 and D10. That's an F. It's an F power chord. So you go. Skip 4 and 6, don't play that. So you go 3, 5, and then 5, 7, and you end up on 8 and 10. And then he plays the, you can play the G up here, woo-wee, back to F, and back to your C, or here, C if you want to there. So there's your G power chord. It'd be A10 and D12. F is A8 and D10. Wait a minute. The G power chord is A10 and D12. The F is A8 and D10. And then your 3 and 5 are your C. Okay, and then to get that ending, he plays that little lick, where you go to rock and roll, where you go to rock and roll. So you can play that. You're playing on G. You're playing G at 9, 7. Well, you start on the 10 actually. 10 on D. Then you play 7, 10 on D, and then 9, 7 on G. Back to 10 on D, and back to 7 on G. So that first little part is 10 on D, 9, 7 on G, back to 10 on D, and then 7 on G. Okay, and I'm using my third finger on 10, second finger on 7 or 9, first finger on 7, back to 10, and then 7 again. So that's the first one. Okay, the second one starts on 10, but you go on 8 on the B, and then 9 on G, back to 10 on D, and then 7 on G. So the second one is. Okay, so the first one, second one, you go through that twice. Okay, and then I just made up this little lick. It's just on, it's kind of a repeat. It's 8 on E, 11, 8 on B, and then 11, 8 again on B, 10 on G, 8 on a B, 10 and 8 on G, 10 on G, 8 on B, back to 8 on G, and then finally 10 on D. So it repeats, it goes. Then the last two are 8 on G, and then 10 on D. And then the chord that I'm using is a 6. It's kind of a jazzy thing. So I'm playing, it's a B6. So I'm playing 7, 9, 7, 7, 9, 7 on the bottom strings, and then up here I'm playing 8, 9, and 7. So it's 7, 9, 7 on the bottom 3, 7, 9, 7 on the bottom 3, and then the top 3 are going to be 8, 10, 7. 8, 8, 9, 7, sorry. That's the B, and then you just keep that same shape and just slide it up one, that's your C6, C6, C6. B6 to C6. So again, it's the B is 7, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7. So that's your B6, and then you just slide into C6. So here's that whole thing. Just kind of a cool way to end that song. One more time. That's the way I ended anyway. So that's kind of a neat song. I love that. Loggins of Messina, your mama don't dance, and your daddy don't rock and roll.